Hi Sagittarius, welcome to Higher Source Tarot for your April mid-month tarot check for April 2020. This is for all Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So glad you could join me today. I want to thank everyone who's been subscribing and watching my channel, liking, commenting, and sharing my videos. I really appreciate your support. And if you're new to my channel, I'd love to have you as a subscriber and hit the bell if you want to be notified when new videos are posted, which is about once a week. So last week, I had a few viewers who asked for a pandemic video, so I posted that. And then I'm going to do a seasonal tarot check coming up next week, which will cover the months of May, June, July, August. So we're going to do that, and then of course we'll do our monthlies and our weeklies. So here we go. So if you're new, look forward to those. And if you have comments, drop them down below. And I try to answer what I can and certainly respond if you request certain topics. So here we go for Sagittarius. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for mid-month April. This is for Sagittarius. All right, your current position is the Two of Swords. And the immediate influences are the Chariot. Your destiny is the Magician. The distant past is the Two of Pentacles. A more recent past is Justice. And coming towards you, you have the Page of Swords. You're represented by the Moon. The people around you are the Ten of Cups. Your hopes in this is the King of Pentacles. The outcome is the Four of Cups. And at the bottom of the deck, you have the Tower. So what I'm getting from this right off the bat is there's been a lot of indecision and stagnant energy that is going to be changing. Overall, I feel like you're going to have some major changes coming up, Sagittarius, to start moving things forward. So when I see the Tower as a clarifier, that tells me the universe is knocking out things that were to bring you into new, better opportunities. It's always to move you and ascend you forward. It's not to, completely upend and destroy your life. Plus, you do have some other very nice elements. So in this reading, you have Cancer, you have Libra, you have Pisces, and then you also have Earth, Water, and Air represented here. So I do feel like some of you, it could be a Pisces that you've been dealing with, or just heavy water, because you have Cancer and Pisces with a lot of cups here. So maybe a water sign you're dealing with. And yeah, I feel like you're going to have a new beginning here. That's just what I'm getting. So for those of you that have had this Two of Swords and been very stagnant, just not a decision being made, for those of you that are wondering about a relationship, the communication just hasn't been there. It hasn't been moving forward at all. There's been maybe like a no communication, no contact period for a while, a few months now. But that is going to be changing with the Chariot. The Chariot represents in the tarot when the Fool or the soul gets total success, when the soul has mastery over its goals. So for you, really, it's a great time to kind of get down to why did you give me this life and what am I here for? So I feel like with work, you are going to be moving forward. And I think some of you are going to be getting a new job in the next couple of months, if it's not immediately. And things are definitely going to be more prosperous. There's going to be more financial opportunities with that job. It's just going to have more ways to get promotions and things like that, and even earning extra kind of side work within that organization, if that makes sense, for whoever that's for. So I definitely feel like for those of you that have been kind of complacent, stagnant, and just kind of meh, that's changing, because the Chariot is strength. The Chariot is, it's a card of determination and definitely moving forward in a fast way. And then in your destiny, you have the Magician. And this is all about pure potential, infinite potential. And it's really the power to wave your wand and manifest anything. So what is it that you want, Sagittarius? Now would be the time to set your intentions. Get very clear. because you can either be a deliberate creator or a creator by default. And so those of you that are looking around your physical reality and going, how did I get here? It's time to take control of that with this magician. So it represents too, this card represents eternal life and the material world. So I do feel like for those of you that haven't had a lot of material success, your destiny is to have it. This consciously allows you to bring heaven to earth. And so if you're not seeing that around you, this is like fake it till you make it. Start feeling those feelings of driving that brand new car, moving into the house that you've always wanted. I have done vision boards over the years and manifested things that I look back on now and are unbelievable to me. When I didn't have the financial resources to do certain things, I put up a picture of a certain view from a room at the Atlantis Resort. And I think it was probably 2 years after that, I have a picture of me standing on that balcony with that view behind me. Okay, it's that kind of stuff where you just get into even, smelling the suntan lotion. And I know travel is on a halt right now, but it won't be forever. So you have all the tools that you need, and in terms of a relationship too, this represents every facet being covered, that you will have all the love, the support, the communication, the financial resources, everything awaits and is within your reach with this card. So in the past, there was definitely some indecision. I think that, whoever it is that you're bringing towards you in terms of a relationship, they have been kind of floundering, or they were floundering. They were in something that was not moving forward, that they needed to get out of, but they were kind of stuck in it. And I think they may have kids. It might have been actually a marriage where they had kids, and it was a lot of financial ties that they were not sure how to move forward because they were more concerned about money and how that was going to look. And they just kind of kept this squirrel cage going and, kept on this roller coaster ride for quite a while. But I do think they may have gotten a divorce. I don't think this is just a legal separation. I think whoever you're drawing in has been married before. They're divorced. I do think they probably have kids, or there was something, maybe even a business that was keeping them tied to this person. But that has been, there was something determined there where the finances were separated, and they don't have the the baggage there that they had before. Things are clear now, where they aren't going to be. Before, they would not have been somebody to date. Even going through some financial uncertainty, they were not mentally and emotionally in a place where they could handle that. But things have been handled here, and I don't normally read the Justice card as a court situation, but in this case, that's what I'm feeling, that somebody went through a divorce and had to have, like I said, a financial issue separated and determined, and it went in a way that is very manageable. So coming towards you, you have the Page of Swords here, and this is a card about communication. It can also be a card of someone kind of doing some internet spying and that sort of thing around you. I definitely think that this person coming towards you they're very eager to get things started and get off the ground. They're kind of insecure though, and that doesn't really serve us, right? But I definitely think they're trying to glean information, and they want to bring in an offer, but I just think that the timing's not quite right. They're definitely wanting to bring in an offer, but some things need to be changed. There needs to be more resolution, and it may be more on your end where something needs to get resolved. So you're represented here by the Moon, and this is where I feel like you have some kind of issue underlying, where there's some kind of dishonest dealings, and it's not coming from you. Somebody you're dealing with hasn't been honest. They've been trying to cover things up. It may be with work, where there's been some uncertainty and they're not being forthright about it, and that's the issue, I think, once that gets resolved, because you've got kind of this negative pull on you right now, once that gets resolved, I do feel like things will move forward. Like I said, some of you might be getting a new job anyway, but I do feel like there's like somebody almost doing a shell game where they're trying to take from different departments to cover things, financial obligations, and they're doing this shell game just trying to keep up with things, and eventually it's going to come to light and it's not going to be good. So if you know that's you or you've been sensing something, your intuition is correct. So be very careful with that, because you don't want to be the person who gets upended. I find when people are doing things like that, when it all, the dust settles, they let people go and not bad now. They'll cut people and not be concerned about it and just kind of blame it on, well, we went into a recession and I couldn't help it, even though the writing was on the wall. So be cautious about that, but you definitely have better things coming towards you. The 10 of Cups here is happiness for everyone, and it's very subjective. So Sagittarius, it's whatever your 10 of Cups would be for you. And if that's the relationship, if that's the work life, if that's the the physical home and travel and all that kind of stuff, that's what it represents. But like I said, I do think that you have a person coming in they are mature. I mean, they've been through some things, but they're not wounded. They're not going to bring collateral damage with them. They want stability. They want somebody who's sane. I feel like whoever they had before was really crazy and just like really next level crazy, and they are done with that. They want a stable, happy relationship and one that's uplifting. I feel like too they had somebody who was like very passive aggressive, who made a lot of jabs at them, and it was just really sad. And so they're looking for this. They're looking for this 10 of Cups. Your hopes here are to kind of find that knight in shining armor, but also somebody who's very financially stable. And again, like I said, I think whatever they had going on, where there was some uncertainty of what would happen, was resolved. The financial stability will be there. And I also think for you, in terms of work, that will be coming. If the current job that you're in, if you sense that there's some undercurrent of instability and you've been looking for other things, that's going to move forward, where a new job will be available to you that'll be much more stable. The income will be good, and there, like I said, will be opportunities to make more money. So you have some change here. So if you've been closed off to change, it's time to get open to it. And I know this isn't the most pleasant looking combination, and some readers wouldn't have read this reading. They would have just reshuffled it and redone it because they didn't like the outcome. But I don't see any harm in this. When you have the Tower, it's about a turning point. It's about a brand new beginning. It's all about taking out things that don't serve you to bring in new things. So that's where you have to get open to it. Be open to change and be open to transformation, because when that happens for you, things are just going to take off with that Chariot energy. So let's hear a little bit from Abraham Hicks and Money and the Law of Attraction. I can transform my own world. Make lists of positive aspects. Make lists of things you love and never complain about anything. And as you use those things that shine bright and make you feel good as your excuse to give your attention and be who you are, you will tune to who you are, and the whole world will begin to transform before your eyes. It is not your job to transform the world for others, but it is your job to transform it for you. A state of appreciation is pure connection to source, where there is no perception of lack. So focus on the things that you have, that you've manifested, and feel really good about those. And that attracts more momentum of gaining the things that you want in your life. That's how we do it. Here's a Whisper of Love Oracle card, just as an additional clarifier. Spend quality time together. Listen and talk to each other. So if you do have somebody new coming in and you're not in contact in terms of physical contact, you may find that the time that you can really get to know each other is much deeper through phone conversations and things like that with limited distractions. So I'll be back for a seasonal check for the next 4 months next week, and I love you so much, and stay well, and I'll see you then.